Stadium. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the NC State Wolfpack. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will start this game off. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go right back to it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Now the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Here's the pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Sooners decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Wants to bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So NC State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Bailey. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Motion from the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. The inside handoff. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Leaves it with the back. Crosses to 40. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll give it to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Got rid of it just in time.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Gonna run it. It's up. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Offense changing the play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down. Touchdown, Oklahoma! A great catch and run for 6. The Sooner Schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
assignments, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas, just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't fall over in your seats.
He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. He's past the 30. It's a seam wide open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. NC State, after that explosive run, might go right back to the well. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Zings it complete to the right.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Here's a heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back up at 43. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. The give to the back. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Burks. And they swarm him under.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On the run, it's Smothers. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodgers. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They boot it away. He'll field the punt. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Hauled down, but they'll move the stick. He picks up the 1st down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive points.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's got it on the right. There he goes! And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Rushes on him. That's caught. It's Anderson. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mitchell. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time.
There he goes. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that 1st half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Slithers into space. Oh, a lot of space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Off play action. Got his man quickly. Plows through the defense. And he'll be brought down.
That's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Akron. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
A third down try for the offense. To throw, it's Mateer. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Sooners will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Give to the running back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Finds his big tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He's going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only...
He's running free down the middle. Oh, he's getting ahead of... Touchdown, NC State. And that one will give him the lead.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it left. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed, and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. It's caught. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to set up the screen. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Back to throw. It's Vatier. Bought a little time. Lets it go. This one's complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
They're setting up the screen. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense here. You cut into the lead. Now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense, and they're trying to get the football back to this offense and trying to make plays late in the 4th quarter.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
NC State, a lot of freedom to do anything here on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced the 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field, and he just couldn't hook up on that one.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. He's got him this time.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Punt is on its way. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, North Carolina State. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he can be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Going for it all. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. To the air, it's Bailey. He's got an open man. Off to the races to the right. The tap. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wolfpack! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He'll start the return inside his 5. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And his throw is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.